Hi everyone! We are here at Botanical Garden. Ayan. There, we are going there. See the beautiful flowers, plants. Here we are. Ayan, nandito na tayo. So, maglalakad tayo all the way there. Medyo mainit. Ayan, I'm with Daddy Neo and Neo.
Hello.
Ayan, enjoyin natin ang hot weather. It's 37 degrees today. Ayan, naisipan lang namin pumunta dito sa Australian Garden and Visitor Center. Ayan. So, keep left. Maglalakad tayo doon. You okay? It's really hot, hey?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ayan. So, dito tayo sa Botanical Garden. So, enjoy lang guys. Just keep on watching. So, we are here at the entrance of Botanical Garden here in Cranbourne. Ayan. So, meron din silang pwedeng yung sakyan. Magbabayad lang para ma-tour. Ayan. Tapos, ito na siya. Ayan. So, dito yung entrance. Pasok tayo dito. I think here. Yeah. Nandito na tayo sa loob, guys. It's free entrance.
Of this garden we're driving around is 15 hectares. That's about 37 acres in the old measurement. Now if you want to go into the bushland here, the whole place itself is 1,000 acres, 363 hectares. So there's free barbecue areas in the bushland, there's kids play areas. Have a look at this, or if you're facing the other way it'll be on your right. And we have the good old Christmas bells, they call it, the bland of 40. The kids to see the bells? Looks like bells. Some of them are drying out a bit because they've been in flower 1 week before Christmas. So this has been the purple flowers. Just beside us there, the purple flowering down in South Australia. And it doesn't have a common name. It's called an Aleogene hagioflorea, which is a Latin name. So lots of really technical names. Your kids will learn a new language today, alright? So we'll try some of that out on you. We do lose some plants here sometimes, a couple of empty rows, but we're going to put some new ones in there. And we've also got a plant up here on the left, which is the bottle trees, all the way from Queensland, shaped like a bottle. The Brachychiton rupestris.
Ah, yeah.
And yeah, so and they're not empty inside. They do. They have sort of like a fibrous sort of interior, but they are really soaked with water inside. So they're quite interesting.
Queensland bottle tree.
And we even grow desert roses here. Okay, purple seems to be the theme today. Just beside us as we go by, the Sturt's Desert Rose, the Gospium, which is just in flower as we go by. So you can see they're growing on sand here. We've also got rocks and gravel. Some red flowers there, the rhododendron, which comes from the wet tropics area of Australia, way up in the north. swamp lilies, little white flowers on the swamp lilies. So that's just the first garden. Wow. What do we got on the flowers, kids? Bees. Bees. Lots and lots of bees. In the bush here there are lots of beehives that we don't look after them, they're just natural ones. So lots and lots. Sometimes I think the bees like the orange more than the red. So these are the same sort of trees, only just a different colour. And again, some are finished and forming the seed pods. And you can see the old seed pods, the gum nuts from last year. Now who likes fairy floss? And then of course the mass plantings of the reds outside my door again. Then we've got good old bottle brush. Looks like a bottle brush. Red ones here. And the bees are having a good time in that as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Callistum and subulatus for the botanists. Two big beds of them. That's just started flowering in the last few days. Give that another week or two and that'll be covered in red.
Yung gusto kong bilhin.
Now if you go walking here, there's a hill called Howson Hill on the left above us. You can walk up the middle on the track there, right around the top. There's a seating area over the water, lots to see. And over many, many years they mined the sand for building purposes. And then in the 1970s they finished with it all. And some really smart people got together and they decided they'd build a garden. And they employed a company, Taylor Cullity Lathleen Architects. Now this one we're driving through now was the last one to be finished off. And this is like when a river meets the ocean, you get like sand splits. That's why this has been built in such a way. And melaleucas are the paperbark tree. Melaleucas on a lean, because at the seaside the wind blows, that's how they end up growing. And the thongs, or flip-flops or jandals, depending where you're from, they come in any colour and they don't need much water. They grow really well here. Seaside garden, ho-ho.
Tingnan mo, may nakaiwan ng chinelas.
Paris pa ito.
And we've got lots of display gardens up here, so we're going to do a loop right around all these beautiful display gardens. Now there's lots of little picnic spots through here, underneath the trees.
Remember
the trees
that one?
here are big trees, ficus,
We had a
micro,
photo there before.
planted here to create these little shade areas. And down this far end, we're at now at the northern end of the garden. So if you're down this end of the garden, there's toilets here and everything available. Now the backyard garden is about different ideas for backyards. Like a little yellow daisy here in the middle growing there, that is zero chrysum bacteria. And we've also got an interesting plant growing upside down. Now, you kids, this I always tell everyone this must walk around at night time. It looks like it could. Yeah. In Australia there's 1,000 different types of wattle, or acacias is the proper name for it. This one has been made to grow in the opposite direction, so it's been grafted to do.
Ah, yeah, this one.
So what do you think, kids? Walks around at night time this plant? Could do, couldn't it?
Pabaliktad siya mag-grow.
And then we've got a lifestyle garden, a really formal garden. This is for people who don't have room or time, this one. A lot of grown-ups like this garden because there's no grass to mow. That's always a good idea, I reckon. And up on the top of the walls, we've got beautiful grevillea called Peaches and Cream, because look at the colour of the flowers, just like peaches and cream. And close to us, we've got these little planters here with a little pink flower, little brachyscome. So this works really well for some people. Greening Cities Gardens, the next one. This is a garden that you might have on top of, in the middle of the city of a high-rise building, so a rooftop garden. So the hedge in the middle, good old Sydney in Australia, lily pillies that you might be all know. Up in the back, the eucalypts on the trellis there are actually snow gums from the snowy mountain.
Ba't normal tayo?
Hindi, may nauna pa.
Now have a look on the opposite side, across the water.
Now it's 5 minutes.
Now we've got picnic areas up the far side there. There's some more hibiscus up the back there.
Okay.
And we've also got our lily pads, around I should say. You can walk right through the middle of that garden. It's like walking through the Daintree rainforest. So anyone been to the Daintree rainforest in North Queensland? Yep, beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic part of the world. A lot of plants that are in the Daintree are actually growing here. Right beside you, these pine trees, the Daintree pine. They're growing to really big trees up in the Daintree.
Right.
So you get a chance, put it on your bucket list, everyone. It's a beautiful part of the world. Left-hand side here is a walkway, goes back through Casuarina Walk through to the Weird and Wonderful Garden. Right, died in 2011 in a car accident. Bit of a memorial to him. Now we go across this little section, we come into another type of garden. Yeah, fantastic, isn't it? Hey? And that is how that's been built to represent the desert areas of Australia. Only the sand dunes in the desert are a little bit bigger than that. Did you drive across it? Yep. Yep. Yeah. 4 days it took me to drive across, and it was just spectacular. So it's well worth looking at all these different types of environments in Australia. And the line up the middle of our desert, the yellow button flowers, that's the north-south line, and way in the distance, that's the Dandenong Ranges you can see. And just north of us is a racetrack. That's the big speakers there. So that was a quick trip around Australia, everyone. 1.3 kilometre trip around the outside of this garden. So look, go exploring down near the waterways if you haven't already. Come back on another. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. We're finished. Come to daddy. Pag pumunta kayo dito sa Cranbourne, pwede kayo sumakay ng train. Ayan, they will tour you around. I think it's like 50 minutes tour. So it's all good. It's just hot. Yeah. You okay?